So I hadn't been back to Florida in quite some time, and still today I haven't been back to Florida in years. So I haven't been back to Florida in a while, and I was living in California at the time. And the reason I decided to do the RV thing is because Instagram Live had just came out. Mm-hmm. It was brand new, and I was doing a live every few days, and everyone was saying, I would love to meet your dogs. Come, if you could, this shelter needs your help. This shelter needs your help. This shelter needs your help. And I thought to myself, how the hell can I want to give the people what they want. I didn't have many followers. I had like maybe 15,000, 20,000, which at the time I thought was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And I was doing a lot of my work in my friend's RV, and my friend Luke's RV. So I said, as a joke, maybe I could fix this and come meet everybody. And as soon as I said that, I felt like this energy to my, like you can't, it's just like this sign, this idea, this is it. And all of a sudden I said, what am I, wait, on the live. I was like, wait, maybe I could really do this. This is such a good idea. And that's when it started coming together, And I went we got the RV, which was like this beautiful experience because I couldn't afford it. So I had a Kickstarter and we raised $40,000 and I bought this RV and I left. And I remember leaving California, and I remember thinking to it was supposed to be a 3-month trip. So I didn't think that this was going to be a new start to my career. I thought it was just going to be a step. And I remember looking back in the RV, seeing the dogs behind me. And I said, this is it. This is not going to be it. This isn't the next step. This is the next chapter.
Right.
And I ended up traveling around the country started with 7 dogs, then 9 dogs, then 11 dogs. And we went all around. We went every single state, even all the way to Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
Yep. And it was such an experience. And we got so many dogs adopted and met so many of our followers and fans. And it was just this crazy experience. It's living in the RV that really founded and built and shaped who I am today. And started this next chapter of my life because it was living in the RV when COVID happened and I couldn't travel anymore. Mm-hmm. Right. So I was stuck for a moment until I said, no, this is happening for me, not to me. Mm-hmm. And I said, if I can't travel in an RV, I need to still impact the world. I need to still inspire people and still rescue animals. What can I do? And the idea for the animal shelter was very, very soon after that whole thought process. But throughout my travels, Rachel, at one time when I was camping in Oregon in the RV. I was camping in Oregon, and it wasn't in the winter. it was in the summer, and I was like speechless. I couldn't believe the way how vibrant everything is, how green. The amount of land and trees. I said the coast. Have you ever been to the Oregon coast?
I have not. No.
It's you can't explain it. I mean, the rock formations and everything is just like, to me, I said, this is where I want to be. And the winters are really tough. It's really tough. You have a lot of mud and the dogs are always wet and it's cold and it's windy. But just like you said earlier, the pain, for happiness to be that beautiful, you have to go through the pain. For Oregon to look like the way it looks in the fall and the summer, it has to go through the darker weather. It has to go through these times, and it's worth it because to me, it's the most beautiful place. And like, seriously, like in all of the U.S., I think Oregon is the most beautiful.
We all need to go then. So talk to
Absolutely.
us about the you talked about developing the idea of the Asher House. So you finally get this sanctuary. How did it become more of bringing in animals to take care of them and give them their forever home, as opposed to creating a place for you to just have dogs and other animals adopted out?
How did I say it one more time?
So it's more, Asher House is more of a place where animals can come now to live out their life, correct? As opposed to you creating a shelter for dogs to come and get adopted.
Yep,
And was that because you had more land and you figured, oh, I can
exactly.
really take
Yeah.
these in as a sanctuary?
There's a couple of reasons. So the first thing is where we live, the county that we live when we bought the sanctuary, we weren't aware of this until after. But where we live, you're not allowed to adopt animals out from your home.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to have a rescue from your home. So we decided, we have an amazing partner called New Life Animal, Family Dog New Life. We're starting to collaborate. So the Asher House's name is going to be in there soon. We're going to mesh it together and call it New Life Asher House.
Right.
But for now, it's Family Dog New Life Animal Shelter, and amazing shelter in Portland. And they have it. Their shelter is set up like a daycare. So there's no kennels. All the dogs are there together. So we have partnered with them, and when we bring in animals that we believe will do well with the family, we bring them that we rehabilitate them there, get them to a certain place, and then family dogs will adopt them out. But a lot of the times we take in dogs, and people don't see this part, and they ask, like, please adopt that dog out, but they don't realize what that dog would be like outside of the pack. The amount of dogs and the type of people that we have here is such a healing environment for most dogs. Like 99.9% of dogs that come here have some sort of trauma, are neglected, starved. So they have so many trust issues that if they're ever put back in a similar environment, right, that they were in before, it's this awful experience where it completely reverses everything, and they just become a different, back to the original type of dog that they were. So a great example is we had this dog that, they warned us would bite, would tear everything apart. This dog was beaten and neglected and completely starved. So we don't see those characteristics. When I take in a dog, for some reason, I have nothing but confidence that we can rehabilitate any dog, any living thing. We can take this animal and show him or her what love is. That's all an animal needs in order for it to not be aggressive or any of these things, right? People act out when they're in pain. Animals act out when they're in pain. Yeah. So if we feel like an animal would continue acting out outside of the sanctuary, then he or she will stay here so that people can only see the beautiful side of that animal. But if we feel like an animal, man, this dog would really thrive if it just had a mom, or if it just had a dad, or if it had a family where it didn't have to fight for attention, then we adopt the animal out. And it's something so beautiful, because in the beginning, it was very hard for me to let go of an animal, because I said to myself, like, they thrive here. I know that they're well taken care of. They get all the love, all the food. They get everything they need here. They have the pack. But up until recently, when we exceeded 50 dogs and we started adopting them out through our rescue partners, I hear the families, with the dogs, and I see the dogs look even happier with them than they did with me. And it brings me so much joy, because it's really important to believe in people and to see the good in people. And as hard as it is to hear the terrible stories, it makes the beautiful story so much better. We just adopted out this dog, Moisha, a bloodhound puppy, who's my dream dog. Letting this dog go was like, I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I realized, like, everything that I do is not for dog. I'm here to make the dog's life better. And I knew Moisha would thrive better with a family. And that's exactly what he got. And I've never seen a happier dog. Like, it's really a beautiful thing, man. It really is.
There's nothing like seeing dogs get